Ever wish your energy boost came in a candy form instead of a can filled with sketchy stuff? Meet Energy Rocks, like the Pop Rocks you loved as a kid, but now supercharged for adults. Just pour these tasty pineapple mango or cherry berry crystals into your mouth and pop, you're on. In under 3 minutes, you'll feel clean, focused energy from natural caffeine, B12, and L-theanine without the crash. No pills, no mixing, no weird drinks, just pocket-sized popping power ready anytime, anywhere. Energy Rocks, candy with a purpose. Pop, focus, go with Energy Rocks. Use code info on the go 20 off to get 20% off your order or click the link in the show notes.
Hi, I'm William,
And I'm Kat,
and that makes this Info on the Go.
answering questions you want to know.
Stone or crystal healing on this episode of Info on the Go. And if I'm not mistaken, you picked this one, right? Or did this come about as something else? I can't remember.
Well, there's a lot to do with stones, and I think I had seen a Facebook post a friend of mine was posting about, and somebody was talking about stone or crystal healing. So I wanted to dive a little more into it.
Okay. I found it very fascinating. And, you know, it makes a lot of sense if you stop and think about it. I mean, take chewing gum and plumbing and some of the other nasal irrigation. Ancestors really weren't that far off from the mark on a lot of things, right?
Right. Agreed.
Okay, let's just dive into it then.
We're diving on in. Crystal healing, the ancient wisdom meets modern wellness. Throughout history, humanity has looked to nature not just for survival, but meaning, comfort, and healing.
I would agree with that statement.
Mhm.
Among the most enduring practices that reflect this connection is the way we use stones and crystals.
These natural elements have served not only as ornaments, but also as tools believed to support emotional, physical, and spiritual well being.
Crystal healing is a practice, and here I guess we should note that we're going to use crystal and stone healing interchangeably throughout this episode, but it's all in one and the same.
Right.
Crystal healing is a practice rooted in ancient traditions, revived in modern times through spiritual and holistic wellness movements.
Although often labeled as pseudoscience due to lack of empirical evidence, countless individuals across the world continue to find personal meaning, emotional clarity, and spiritual grounding through their use.
I guess we should state here we're not here to judge. We're just bringing you the facts.
Well, not only that, just because there's lack of empirical evidence doesn't mean it's not there. It just hasn't been studied.
At its core, crystal healing is based on the idea that different stones carry distinct vibrational energies that can interact with the body's own energy field.
Whether used in meditation, placed on energy centers or chakras, or kept in living spaces, crystals are believed to help restore balance, support mindfulness, and foster inner harmony.
In this episode, we're going to explore the origins, the beliefs, and ongoing debates surrounding crystal or stone healing.
We'll also consider the psychological, cultural, and symbolic dimensions of a practice that, for many, remains an important part of their personal wellness journey.
So, I guess we'll just kind of dive right into it. What is crystal or stone healing? Crystal healing is an alternative therapy that involves using stones, crystals, and minerals to promote well being.
Practitioners believe that each crystal emits unique energy vibrations that interact with the human energy field, or aura, to restore balance and remove blockages.
This practice often aligns with the chakra system, seven main energy centers located along the spine, each associated with a color, function, and aspect of life.
Crystals are selected based on their perceived ability to align with and heal these chakras. For example, amethyst is used for calming and intuition, rose quartz supports love and emotional healing, and citrine is linked to joy, confidence, and abundance.
And here, I guess we should kind of give a disclaimer. We're going to use these same ones kind of throughout, just so you get an idea. And then at the end, we're going to kind of talk through what certain ones do. Crystals can be worn as jewelry placed on the body during energy sessions, arranged in patterns called crystal grids, or kept in living spaces to influence environmental energy.
A crystal grid is a geometric arrangement of stones used to amplify energy and intention.
These patterns are often based on sacred geometry like circles, triangles, or the flower of life, and they are designed to enhance the natural properties of crystals.
At the center of the grid is typically a master or focus stone, chosen for its strength or resonance with the desired intention.
Supporting stones are then placed symmetrically around it. For instance, rose quartz might be used for love, amethyst for intuition, black tourmaline for protection.
Practitioners often activate the grid by using a wand or finger to trace lines between the stones, visualizing energy flowing in alignment with their goals, and sticky note that energy flow.
Yeah.
You're a wizard, Harry.
That's pretty sweet. I love it. Grids are left in place for extended periods to serve as continuous energetic focus.
Derived from Eastern philosophies, especially Hinduism and Buddhism, chakras are believed to be spinning energy centers that influence physical and emotional well being.
The seven major chakras, the first one being root, base of the spine, red, stability, and grounding.
Number two is the sacral, or below the navel. The color is orange, and it's in charge of creativity and pleasure.
Number three would be the solar plexus, the upper abdomen, yellow, confidence and willpower. Okay, I
Number
need to I need to figure that one out.
Number four, heart. It's the center of the chest. It's usually green and in charge of love and compassion.
Number five would be the throat, which is blue for communication and truth.
Six would be the third eye, which is between the eyebrows. The color is indigo, and it's intuition and insight.
Number seven is the crown, top of the head, violet or white for spiritual connection.
Practices such as meditation, Reiki, yoga, breathwork, and crystal healing are often used to align and balance these energy centers.
So let's unsticky that note and talk about energy flowing. In physics, energy flow refers to how energy moves or transfers from one place or object to another. This could be found
In thermal energy, heat flowing from hot to cold.
electrical energy, which is a current that flows through wires,
Mechanical energy, motion transferred in a machine.
chemical energy, which is formed from food or fuel being used for body or engines.
For example, when you eat food, your body breaks it down and converts it into energy that flows through your muscles so you can move.
For this episode, we are referring to the spiritual or metaphysical meaning.
In energy healing or spiritual practices like Reiki, yoga, or crystal healing, energy flowing refers to a non physical life force or vital energy, often called ki, prana, or chi, depending on which part of the world you're coming from, really, or your beliefs.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I've heard of chi. I used to know someone that practiced chi, and yeah, it really does free the mind when you're doing that.
I have had a Reiki session, and I can attest that I did feel stuff flow um, better afterwards. I guess if that it makes more sense.
Well, I don't even know if it was called chi at the time. I can't remember because I was really young, but I remember, you had to take the energy, the negative energy out, you had to move it out, and you had to move the positive energy in. And I'm here to tell you, it was relieving to go through that.
Hmm.
Maybe we should do one on yoga and Reiki.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Anyway, we'll get off our little banter here.
So this is believed to move through the body. The ki, the prana, or the chi, that's the vital energy that moves through the body.
Yeah. The idea is when energy flows smoothly, you feel well balanced, energized, and calm.
And when it's blocked or stagnant, it may cause stress, fatigue, or illness.
Practices like breathwork, meditation, acupuncture, or crystal healing aim to restore energy flow through pathways called chakras or meridians. You know, I think we should go back and do one on acupuncture somewhere down the line too.
Acupuncture would be good.
Yeah.
And this whole section right here just kind of makes me think of Avatar: The Last Airbender when he has to go and clean out his chakra energy centers. You'd have to watch it to understand, but I'm there. So the placebo effect, where belief alone can lead to real psychological improvements, plays a significant role in alternative practices like crystal healing.
Simply believing in the healing potential of crystals can reduce stress, alleviate pain, and enhance mood by triggering the body's natural regulatory systems. Here, I guess we should state that, when they do drug testing, testing for drugs, they always have the placebo effect, right?
Hmm.
They give you maybe a sugar pill or something like that, and then they give somebody else the real drug just to see if it's the placebo effect or not.
Right.
So it has real power.
Right. Rituals such as intention setting, visualization, and meditation help deepen this belief and support mindfulness, further enhancing well being.
While science may not confirm the energetic power of crystals, the psychological effect of engaging with them can be profound and beneficial.
Crystals and negative energy. Many practitioners view crystals as energetic sponges capable of absorbing negative energy, be it emotional, mental, or environmental. Crystals are thought to clear blockages and promote emotional renewal.
Man, I needed some of those with some of my supervisors in the past. Black tourmaline is believed to shield against negativity. Selenite is said to cleanse energy fields, and obsidian is used to uncover and release deep emotional wounds. Wow.
Rituals such as cleansing crystals with water, moonlight, or sound are common to maintain their energetic effectiveness.
Whether or not these effects are measurable, many report feeling refreshed and balanced after using crystals for energy clearing. So, promoting positive energy with crystals.
Hmm. Hmm. Crystals are also used to foster positivity and emotional resilience. Many believe that certain stones naturally radiate uplifting energy. Sunstone encourages joy and confidence, citrine is linked to abundance and success, and rose quartz promotes love and self acceptance.
Sunstone. Wow. I mean, yeah, I guess I need me some of that for joy.
we, we could get you a whole bunch of rocks.
I could make a bad joke here about my homie the clown, but I don't think I should.
I have plenty of rocks to spare.
You have any sunstones?
I do not have sunstones,
Oh wow.
but I have lots of cool ones. I'll actually bring some to show you tomorrow.
Okay. That would be actually cool.
Yeah.
And maybe we could take some pictures and like put them on the Facebook page or something.
Yeah.
All right. People use crystals by carrying them around, pocket stones, or placing them in their environment, which, is like their home or wherever, workspace, or simply incorporating them into meditation rituals to invite positivity and support mental clarity.
A Journey Through Time, the global history of crystal healing.
The use of crystals spans thousands of years and cultures. The Sumerians used crystals in magical rituals and amulets.
Ancient Egyptians believed stones like lapis lazuli and turquoise offered health and protection.
Ancient China, jade symbolizes purity and was used in medicine and burial rituals. And jade is beautiful.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And its varying degrees of clarity make it so unique.
Yes.
Vedic India incorporated crystals into Ayurvedic medicine and chakra healing.
Ancient Greece attributed positive and spiritual properties to stones like amethyst and hematite.
Hebrew traditions, 1200 BCE, the high priest's breastplate featured 12 sacred stones representing the tribes of Israel.
It was in the Bible.
It sure
Hmm.
was.
Let's. I think we're going to dig a little bit into that. These stones were more than decorative. They symbolized divine connection, remembrance, and guidance. The breastplate also contained Urim and Thummim, mysterious objects used for divine decision making.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Energy rocks, like the pop rocks you loved as a kid, but now supercharged for adults. Just pour these tasty pineapple mango or cherry berry crystals into your mouth and pop, you're on. In under 3 minutes, you'll feel clean, focused energy from natural caffeine, B12, and L-theanine without the crash. No pills, no mixing, no weird drinks, just pocket-sized popping power, ready anytime, anywhere. Energy rocks, candy with a purpose. Pop, focus, go with Energy rocks. Use code INFO on the go 20 off to get 20% off your order or click the link in the show notes.
Is success mainly caused by talent, hard work, or luck? This is Tunde, and if you fancy listening to something slightly different, check out the How I Crushed It podcast. We interview people and find out how they've managed to crush it in their careers and overcome the many obstacles along the way. We've interviewed comedians.
I mean, you're a good-looking guy as well.
I was about to say to them, I was waiting for that comment, by the way. I was like, he's beating around the bush, and he needs to go into the bush.
Entrepreneurs.
If I'm running a race and like my leg gets blown off, I'm going to pick it up and hop. That's just the person that I am.
Sports people, and many, many more. So check out the How I Crushed It podcast, available on all major platforms now.
Hi, everyone. I want to tell you about a unique Father's Day gift, one that'll last for generations to come, and that's with tellmail.ai. Mail captures the stories, the memories, and the wisdom, and will put it into beautifully crafted chapters. You can turn these into a hardcover book that you can share for generations. My personal experience with Tellmail is going to allow me to be able to share my childhood memories with my children, my grandchildren, and hopefully their children. If you're looking for a unique Father's Day gift, look no further than tellmail.ai. Click the link in the show notes.
Romans, Celts, Mayans, Druids, indigenous Australians, Incas, Polynesians, Africans, and Siberian shamans all integrated stones into spiritual and healing practices.
In modern times, the New Age movement of the 1980s revived crystal healing, blending ancient practices with contemporary wellness ideals.
Today, crystals are used globally in energy work, mindfulness, routines, and holistic therapies.
So here we're going to talk a little bit about some common crystals and their symbolic properties. And we should add here, there are a lot more than what we are going to talk about.
This is a pretty good list, but there's definitely way more.
Oh, definitely. And we could have we could have filled like a month's worth of slots just going over them. But I figured, when you and I sat down and talked about it, we would just kind of go over like the basics.
Right.
The core of the belief.
Right.
So amethyst is in intuition, stress relief, and spirituality.
Rose quartz, love, compassion, emotional healing.
Citrine, abundance, joy, and confidence.
Black tourmaline, protection, energy clearing.
Clear quartz is for energy amplification and clarity. Man, some clear quartz to amplify your energy.
Now, you can go out into like some power lines around here and find some clear quartz. I'll have to bring some pieces that Casey found here in Georgia.
Yeah, it's everywhere here.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Lapis lazuli, wisdom and self-expression.
Tiger's eye is for courage and decision-making.
Obsidian, emotional release and grounding.
Selenite is for peace and purification. The world needs some selenite.
Carnelian is used for creativity and motivation.
Amazonite, harmony and communication.
Amber, warmth, healing, and protection.
Angel light is for inner peace and spiritual connection.
Aquamarine is courage and clarity.
Apatite, creativity, manifestation.
Argonite is grounding and stability.
Fluorite, focus, mental clarity.
Garnet, vitality and passion.
Hematite, confidence, grounding.
Labradorite is transformation and protection.
Malachite, emotional healing and transformation.
Moonstone, intuition, balance, new beginnings.
Peridot, renewal and positivity.
Smoky quartz, stress relief and protection.
So there you got you a small little list. You can work through it, figure out what stones or crystals work best for you. Give it a try, right?
Right.
Crystal healing exists at the crossroads of ancient tradition and modern mindfulness.
While scientific evidence remains limited, the power of crystals may lie not only in their beauty, but in the intention, focus, and emotional resonance they evoke.
For some, crystals are symbolic tools for reflection and self-care.
For others, they serve as spiritual allies in a journey toward greater balance and peace.
Whether used for energetic work, mindfulness, or simply as an aesthetic reminder of personal intentions, crystals continue to hold a place in wellness practices of many.
The key is mindful engagement, knowing what works for you, honoring your beliefs, and integrating practices that truly support your growth and well being.
If crystals bring you comfort and clarity, their value, energetic or symbolic, has already been realized.
So you might be asking, are birthstones and stone healing related?
Birthstones and stone healing come from different historical traditions, but are connected through shared symbolism and spiritual significance.
The idea of birthstones has roots in Hebrew tradition, particularly the high priest's breastplate described in the book of Exodus, which featured 12 sacred stones representing the 12 tribes of Israel.
Factoid.
Factoid.
By the first century CE, Jewish historians such as Josephus and Philo began associating these stones with the 12 zodiac signs and months of the year. So, wow, they go back a little bit further than I thought they would have.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah, I mean,
Just a wee bit there.
that's a little ways back there.
Most certainly. Well, this eventually led to the custom of wearing a specific stone for each birth month, evolving into the modern birthstone tradition, which was later standardized by jewelers in the 20th century.
Stone healing, on the other hand, developed independently across several ancient cultures, including the Sumerians, Egyptians, Greeks, Chinese, and Indians, where stones and crystals were believed to hold metaphysical powers. Think about this for just 1 minute. Birthstones came from one place. Crystal and stone healing, like most things, developed independently across different cultures that had no contact with each other.
Right,
And in most of these cultures, in doing the research, the stones and crystals hold the same powers.
right.
Think about that. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that's crazy to me that, you know, you could live oceans away and figure the same crystals have the same powers. Now, I'm not saying all of them, but,
Right, right.
anyway, I'll get off my high horse.
I
Nay.
no, I I agree with you.
In Indian Ayurveda and Tibetan medicine, stones were a part of holistic healing systems used to align chakras and balance energy flow.
Well, birthstones were initially more symbolic and astrological, and crystal healing was rooted in spiritual and therapeutic practices. The two have converged in modern times.
Well, I mean, you could really say that birthstones came from spirituality. I mean, you think about the breastplate from the high priest, the 12 stones were meant to represent the 12 tribes of, uh, you
Israel.
know, yeah,
Right,
that came together. So, I mean, still spiritual if you get down to the core of it, right?
right.
Today, many people choose birthstones not only for their traditional or symbolic meaning, but as the healing properties attributed to them in crystal healing.
Here's a list of birthstones by month, along with the healing properties commonly attributed to them in crystal healing traditions.
January is garnet, healing properties, protection, grounding, vitality, and emotional balance. This stone is believed to energize and cleanse the chakras, especially the root chakra.
February is amethyst. Healing properties are calm, clarity, spiritual growth, and intuition, used to relieve stress, enhance meditation, and aid in restful sleep.
March is aquamarine. Healing properties are courage, emotional healing, communication, and soothing energy. It's associated with the throat chakra, supporting clear expression and truth. And that is my birthstone.
Ooh, aquamarines are really pretty. So, and they're part of the beryl class of stones. They are not just, that's a whole other episode. We have to get into that later.
Okay, add it to the list.
April is diamond. Healing properties are strength, clarity, abundance, and spiritual enlightenment, and it's said to amplify energy and attract prosperity and purity.
Hmm. May is emerald. Healing properties are love, compassion, rebirth, and heart healing. It's connected to the heart chakra, encouraging emotional balance and harmony.
So June, typically you'll hear about pearls, but I don't consider pearls a stone, in my personal opinion. So if you're looking for actual stones or actual rocks, you have moonstone or alexandrite.
Hey, before you go any further, you got to tell what your definition of a pearl is.
Calcified clam spit.
I love it.
I'm just not a big fan of pearls. It's just I don't it's not a stone. It's just
Yeah.
not. In any case, and out of the two actual gemstones, moonstone or alexandrite, alexandrite is gorgeous and actually changes colors, and it works out with the zodiac sign for June, which is Gemini. It's also my birthstone, so I'm a little testy about it.
Oh, about the pearl thing.
Yes. Healing properties for pearls is purity, inner wisdom, and emotional stability. Moonstone is intuition, feminine energy, and emotional balance. I mean, all of us Geminis probably need that. Alexandrite is joy, self esteem, and transformation.
July, which is my wife's birthday, is the ruby. Healing properties are vitality, passion, protection, and courage. Energizes the heart and root chakras, boosting confidence and life force.
August, which is peridot. Healing properties are renewal, cleansing, abundance, and protection against negative energy. Supports emotional release and heart healing.
September is the sapphire. Healing properties are wisdom, focus, truth, and spiritual insight. And it promotes mental clarity and aligns the throat and third eye chakras.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
October is opal or tourmaline. The healing properties of opal are creativity, emotional expression, and transformation, and tourmaline, grounding, protection, and cleansing of negative energy.
November, topaz or citrine. Healing properties of topaz is confidence, love, and truth. Citrine, joy, abundance, and manifestation. Both stones are energizing and uplifting.
December is turquoise or tanzanite or zircon. The healing properties of turquoise are protection, healing, communication, and emotional balance. Tanzanite is intuition, transformation, and spiritual growth. And zircon is grounding, wisdom, and protection.
What have we learned on this sparkling journey through time, tradition, and tiny, shiny rocks?
Whether you're a crystal skeptic, a full on moonlight recharger, or someone who just thinks amethyst looks great on a bookshelf, there's something kind of magical about connecting with nature, even if it's one polished stone at a time. Or
And
unpolished if you like the raw version.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, my youngest son, he when he was a kid, he still has a huge collection of different stones and stuff. I thought he was going to go down that road, but he went into something totally different.
I got a
Uh,
whole lapidary at my machine to cut and polish stones at my house. So,
I looked that thing up. Those are
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Casey's got a stone he's working on now.
Okay.
He's actually working on a topaz. I will have to I'll have to get him to send me the picture of it that I took of it last night. He's not finished with it, so I can't move it too much.
Well, yeah, put some pictures up.
I shall.
Get some good pictures and put them up on the Facebook page.
I shall.
In a world full of noise, stress, and mystery leftovers in the fridge, crystals offer a quiet little reminder to pause, breathe, and maybe hold a rock while doing it.
It's funny that you say that. So I went to a one of those little mine things that you buy a gallon of dirt and you sift through it or whatever. One of the guys there who owns the mine that we were getting said dirt from, um, he talked about how you can feel the different heat of stones when you're holding them. Like sometimes they'll feel cold or sometimes they'll feel warm. And he
Hmm.
can tell something about stones that way. But in any case, you have to be very in tune to your inner person for all that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
Yes, yes. They bring a sense of intention, wonder, and let's be honest, a bit of sparkle to our everyday chaos.
Whether you're placing rose quartz in your room for harmony, giving your grandma a garnet for her birthday, or just letting the kids argue over who gets the coolest stone. It's really all part of the fun, right?
And at the end of the day, crystal healing is about what brings you comfort, peace, or even just a smile.
So go ahead, share the stories, start a family collection, or turn it into a bedtime ritual.
Because whether they're ancient tools of energy or just really pretty pebbles, if they bring your family closer, calmer, or just a little more curious, then that's the real magic.
I would agree 100% with that. I think this would be, even if you're just starting a crystal or stone collection, bringing people together, I think really, just like you said, that is the real magic, right?
Absolutely. I mean, and there's so many across the United States now. I know we have a mine here in Georgia. It's called Hogs Mine, and you can get rose quartz. Aquamarine has been found there, and you can get black tourmaline there. There's a mine in Arkansas where you can get real diamonds, amethyst, and a couple of other things. There's the Herkimer mine in New York, I believe, where you can find Herkimer diamonds, which are just double pointed quartz
Hmm.
crystals. They're called Herkimer diamonds.
Well, I think,
But
if you're collecting those and you're learning about them and learning about, how they're formed, how they're geologically different, to me, that is part of the curiosity that we try to instill or try to have when we do this show, right?
exactly. I mean, and you don't have to go to a mine or anything like that. But I know the mine here in Georgia, like you just go and pay $20 or something like that, and you can carry if you can carry it out, you can take it out. So I don't know what the other mines, what the other mines are like. They actually had to stop somebody coming in with a dump truck.
Oh, wow.
But you can get a 5-gallon bucket. If you can carry it, you can put it in your car, you can take it with you. So you can have an entire day filled with finding cool rocks. And
Yeah.
you can have them as just yard rocks outside.
Make it a family fun trip.
Absolutely.
That
But anyway, that's
is,
all I have.
ah, man, you beat me to it. I was going to say that's all I have.
If you would like to support this podcast,
Click the Patreon links in the show notes.
William and I want to thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you.
Join the Facebook group at Info on the Go
Share with us your show ideas.
or ask us a question.
Subscribe and follow us wherever you get your podcast.
Send us a text using the link in the show notes or leave a review.
Email us at,
infoonthegopodcast@gmail.com.
and yes, that is all one word. Till next time.
Stay curious.